Hello, spiritual community. This is Brandon with ExpeditiousFool.com, putting mindfulness in motion. And today I want to do a video about the lack of fulfillment, right? The lack of happiness that a lot of us still feel, and that's the whole thing that drove us to spirituality to begin with. Now, usually when I'm talking to spiritual folks, I'm talking to people that consider themselves just spiritual, right? Because that is the majority of my follower base. However, I don't intentionally try to speak to those folks. I try and speak to everyone. So if you follow a specific strict religion, something along those lines, I encourage you and implore you, watch the rest of this video. You might get something from it, right? So the title of the video, being why are spiritual people unhappy, right? If we went into spirituality to find happiness, why are we still unfulfilled, right? Why are we not making the gains that we're supposed to make? These are all things that kick into people's heads, right? Well, we're not making those gains for the most part in spirituality, religion, you're included, because it requires maintenance. It requires day-to-day maintenance of this human body system. It's the reason why they say the body is a temple, right? They tell you the body is a temple in that particular book, right? Then they don't tell you how to maintain the body. Okay. Let's talk about the other religions. The main ones. You look at them, your Abrahamic religions. They got God part right. They do. God is one. God is everything. Source is everything. It's life energy, folks. It's prana. They do have that. It's omnipotent. It knows everything because it's inside you. They got that right. But just telling people that, but not telling them how to have the grace of God, how to become the grace of God. And no, not reading your scriptures, folks. That's not going to work. It's not. You have to maintain your emotions. You have to maintain your body in a certain way. You have to maintain your energy in a certain way. That's how you open yourself up to be the grace of God, of source, of that life force energy, right? Another thing I want to talk about, so people that are in the just general spirituality field, right? There's a lot of pagans, there's a lot of things like that, people doing these different processes, doing this different energy work, things I'm talking about. You're still unhappy. You're still suffering. Your work's not quite as powerful. You're not bringing in the results you want, right? You're not at a peaceful mindset, right? A lot of people, we go into spirituality, then we start seeing the reality of things, and we start seeing some of that other side that we didn't see before, and we get all discombobbled in the fear and the confusion, which throws us right back into the opposite of spirituality, throws us into the physical versus the metaphysical, right? Well, here's how you maintain that, folks. Daily maintenance. Breathwork, meditation, yoga, daily. If you're wondering, well, yeah, I've tried yoga before, but I don't know. Did you try it, or did you do it every single day of your life? Breathwork. Did you try it once and it calmed you down, or did you do it every single day of your life? Meditation. Did you try it once, kind of calmed you down a little, but then you stopped? Every single day of your life. Why? Because it's just like drinking water. It's just like drinking water. Except our systems are a little bit more intense than that. So let's talk about it. So the rules of survival, they talk about that rule of 3. We can go 3 minutes without air, and with breath work, you can change that, by the way, but you can go 3 minutes without air, 3 hours without proper regulated body temperature, 3 days without water, 30 days without food, right? I would venture to say that with all of these things, due to survival, I would say our mental status is more important, right? And I would say that if we're not diligent, we can't go 3 seconds staying in the moment. If we're not diligent, if we're not consciously putting our focus there, right? And it's interesting because I say that, but as you get further in the practice, you start to let go. Then you're not consciously having to do anything. It's not a fight. It's not a battle this way or that way. But if you're spiritual in any way, and you're still not happy, you're still not fulfilled, try what I'm saying. Try it. Every single day. And if you're at the start of your process, you're probably going to stop. I'll be honest. I've been doing this stuff for 16 years, folks. Every time I've stopped, I've went into survival mode. Every time I've went into survival mode, I've made my life worse. I've made myself miserable, anxious, etc. Every single time. This is how it works. This is how you maintain the human system. You don't just understand it up here. It's a feeling that has to be developed and worked on, because the body has to be held in a certain way in order to be able to act through grace, in order for the divine to come through you. And until you clear out the channels, until you clear out all this Maya that is collected in here, you won't be able to be in operation for grace. At most, you'll be faking it. Then you get the hypocritical situations we get, which turn people away from spirituality, which leads them to more suffering. So spiritual folks, if you're feeling like your practice just ain't what it should be, if you're feeling like you're missing out in some way, shape, or form, if you're feeling unhappy, if you're feeling like you're unable to respond and you're reacting to all these situations, do a daily practice and don't stop. If you need any help with that, that's what my services are for. I can help you. I can guide you in that direction. I can tailor make it with your particular life to get you somewhere. But just start the process. Because nobody is possible of happiness without this maintenance. This is the heaven that Jesus was talking about. This is the nirvana that the Buddha was talking about. Exactly what I'm saying to you right now. If you're still feeling like you're suffering, if you're still feeling like you're unhappy, and you've went to spirituality and you're still feeling like you're missing something, this is what you're missing. This is the key. This is the key that unlocks God. This is the key that unlocks your divinity. This is the key that unlocks your manifestations. Everybody talking about, the secret, right? This is the secret. The secret only gets you halfway there. That was 90s talk. We've evolved since then. And look at that. We've evolved to going back to thousands and thousands of year old technology. Pre-written history technology. And as modern science proves, breathwork, meditation, yoga, they work. It will rejuvenate your cellular structure. It will boost your immune system on another level that's out of this world. It will regulate your nervous system so you no longer have nervous system disorders. You no longer have emotional outbursts in the same way. Oh, you still feel emotions, don't get it wrong. You're just able to process them this time. So if you're unhappy, folks, it's your daily practice. That's where it is. If you're unhappy in a relationship, it's your daily practice that's dropped off. If you're unhappy with your job, it's your daily practice that's dropped off or hasn't started. It's the key to fulfillment, y'all. I don't say this because this is my business. I made this my business because this is my purpose. This is my life. Every aspect of it has to be my life. That's my calling. Please, I beg you, start your daily practice so you can find your calling. So I can see what you have to create in this world, not what's already been created. I want to see what you have to create. Please start your daily practice. That way you can find fulfillment, you can find your heaven on earth, and you can start creating that heaven on earth for others. All right, everybody. Thank you so much. Go out and have a great day on purpose.